What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And a lot of my female subscribers been asking me to do a reaction to this Btaylor exposing princella video, because she's gonna say it's not exposing, but that's exactly what it is. And there's really no reason, because you've been subscribed to my channel. When Btaylor and princella first got in their relationship, I broke it down to a molecule. And that video just now started picking up steam because everybody's going back like, you called everything that happened. Of course I did. You live life, you learn, right? And you see experiences. I remember one time when I was in college, there was this girl I used to mess around with, right? And she was getting ran through. She had just joined SG Row. She was getting ran through. Guys just wasn't cooperating with her. And she was fed up. So I ran into her, after like 2 months or whatever. And she had a whole girlfriend. And so she's telling me about it, and I'm just looking at her. And she's like, why are you looking at me like that? And I'm like, I'm looking at you like that because why are you wasting this girl's time? You know damn well you're not no lesbian. You was just messing around with me not that long ago, and you had a boyfriend a year before that. So when did you become a lesbian? And she's like, well, yeah, I'm exploring myself. I don't really know what I am right now. Now, I know what she is. She's a 304. This is why I tell you guys bisexual women are the worst women to date. And as I start to go into this video and we take this walk down female nature, you'll see more reasons why, right? But she's like, yeah, I don't really know what I am, blah, blah, blah. And I remember I asked her, I said, do you plan on having kids? She said, yes. I said, you plan on having a husband at some point, don't you? She's like, maybe eventually, but I don't really know yet. She knew. The only reason she was dealing with women is because the men weren't cooperating. They were not doing what she wanted them to do. And she's a 304. She just wanted to see what it was like, right? And this is why I tell you guys, well, it's not the only reason, but it's one of many reasons I tell you guys why the domestic violence ratio with lesbians is the highest in the country. Don't debate me, debate your mothers. The reason they have the highest domestic violence rate in the country is because a lot of women aren't really lesbians. They're just 304s, aka bisexual, right? I can respect real lesbians. I can't respect bisexual women. I'm sorry. No one respects bisexual men, by the way. People will say to men proudly, you can't be bisexual. You're just gay. Well, my thing is women can't be bisexual either. She's just a 304. You're lesbian or you're not. I don't believe in bisexual. Bisexuals get people hurt and they hurt feelings. And because women can be openly bisexual, it's one of the biggest reasons the lesbian domestic violence rate is so high. Because I told y'all when this happened, I said Btaylor is not really gay. She's using princella for clout. Princella is probably going to end up really liking her, as we'll find out when we get into this video. I knew that was going to happen. Btaylor's not gay. This is just about clout and the experience for her because she's a 304, aka a bisexual who don't care who they get their nut from as long as they get their nut. So this was all about clout for her. Really, princella not really gay either. Princella is just hurt because she got a whole husband and a kid. And ladies, real quick, and we about to start the reaction, but I just want to say this real quick. Situations like this don't even happen if y'all would stop blaming men for all your issues and look in the mirror. I'm talking to the woman in the mirror and asking her to change her ways. Because y'all want to blame men and then go lesbian. And then I tell you guys all the time, 2 women cannot be together. This is another reason why the lesbian domestic violence rate is so high. Because 2 women with all those hormones, all those emotions, and both of them having a need to be right, it's not going to work. Y'all going to end up fighting. And women don't have this. A woman sees you and she's a woman just like you. And she's emotional just like you. So as soon as you start talking crazy to her, she's going to rock your shit. Like, she's not going to listen to that. She's not going to listen to that. For femininity to prosper, the majority of the time, not all the time, but the majority of the time, it needs to be prospered around men because we are the rock to women's oceans. Women flow like water and they go through tides and changes and hormones, and men come and we form rivers and lakes and oceans, and we put all this land, aka rocks and boulders, around this water so the water can move, the water can crash into us, it can do whatever it got to do, but it doesn't break us. But when you take 2 forces of water, right, and they're going in opposite directions and you run them into each other, that's when you get tsunamis and cyclones and all types of stuff. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work, all right? But all this, I'll elaborate on all this more once I start to get into my reaction. I really don't like to talk too much before I do my reactions. I already feel like I am. So let's get straight into it, guys.
Like, this is not a quote unquote malicious expose, going low type of video. But what I find is that because of who I am and how soft spoken and how professional I keep things, I allow people to.
Now, Btaylor coming in right from the jump with the cap. One, she said this is not an expose. Yes, it is. So that was cap. Two, she said this wasn't malicious. Yes, it is. So that was cap. I mean, she literally called the woman a bad mother several times in this video. I didn't even watch all of it. And I'm not going to react to all of it. I only got through I think 40 minutes or something. I probably won't even react to that much. We'll see. But then she got the nerve to say, well, I'm soft-spoken and I'm very professional. This the same woman who went viral for saying she has a roster of men. That is not a soft-spoken thing to say, and it damn sure ain't a professional thing to say. So Btaylor is just all cap, man. All cap. She also showed her ass all over her YouTube. All right, you know what? Let me stop. Let's go.
Create a narrative about me that's not true. And if you haven't been on TikTok, then maybe you're not familiar with what's actually going on between me and Princella. Me and Princella are no longer together, but the way Princella is in the relationship is a lie. And it's coming in loud and clear. Thank you. Okay, cool. What Princella has done and who she is and what I've learned about her, I feel like speaking my truth and taking accountability in the part that I played that could possibly harm women, because my platform is about women and it's about empowering women, truly loving women for who they are. I cannot lie to y'all. I can't sit back, and maybe this did give me some type of courage to speak out, because even when we initially fell out, Priscilla was still calling me and contacting me and wanting us to be friends and asking me, why are you pushing me away from you? But then she gets on her TikTok and say things like, oh, she's still trying to attach herself to me. Her words verbatim was saying, I told her, I don't want to talk to you no more, and I don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. Please move on. As in, you already moved on. Priscilla, after all of this went down and she announced our breakup, less than a week later, she's already in a new relationship with somebody else.
Now, I know I just had to make you guys sit through a whole minute straight of bimbo babble, but I did that on purpose so we could get to this point. Everything Btaylor just said about I have to tell my truth because if I have to take accountability for anything that can harm women and blah, 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 my platform is about helping women and that's why I'm making this video all cap. Btaylor made this video because Princella broke up with her and got a new girlfriend very, very, very quickly, like a week or two later. And that's why she's making this expose. I told y'all we about to take a deep dive down female nature. I know what I'm talking about. If that never happened, this video never gets made. But Btaylor feel away because she thinks she's the shit. And when she's really just mid, she's average. She's an average black woman. There's nothing special about her. Stock factory issued. You can walk down the street in the DMV anywhere, you'll see a bunch of Btaylors. There's nothing special about her. Every woman thinks they're so damn special. Nothing special about her. And she's upset because Princella moved on like a man would, because Princella is operating in her masculine right now. She has moments where her femininity creeps back out, right? But she's operating in her masculine right now. She's doing exactly what a man would do. Okay, you're not acting right. I'm going to replace you. I'm going to move on. But I'm going to be bumping coochies with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what she did. And that's what upset Btaylor. And that's the real reason she's making this video. Simple as that. Everything else she said was cap. Let's continue.
She just met a week ago. And it's basically she's repeating the same pattern. So I want to take y'all through a journey of what happened.
Now, I want y'all to also know she said Princella is repeating the same pattern. The pattern she's talking about is, okay, I break up with one person, get with another person. Break up with one person, get with another person. Women do this all the time. But Btaylor is doing the same thing, as you're about to see in 5 seconds.
So how did we come about? I do want to say Yanni is here. Real Talk with Yanni is here. I'm actually at her house.
And what did I tell you? Btaylor's doing the same thing. So you're doing all this crying and bitching about how Princella just moving on, and you just moving on. Now, do I think her and Yanni are bumping coochies? I don't know. I mean, you let Princella tell it. That's the answer to everything. Yeah, y'all let these men, you see, these men, they don't know how to love. So what you really need to do, you need to go and bump coochies, because if you bump coochies, it'll make you feel better. I don't know if they bumping coochies or not, right? Neither one of them are really gay, but maybe, but that's not the point. My point here is Btaylor was mainly with Princella because she's one, looking for clout, and two, she's a 304. So it's like, if I could bump coochies while I'm here, why not? Again, I don't know that she's doing that with Yanni. She's probably not. But what I do know is she's using Yanni for clout, just like she used Princella for clout, just like she used the Black Manosphere for clout. She's a clout chaser. A lot of these chicks who make content, they have no original thoughts. It's not all of them, of course, but a lot of them, they have no original thoughts. They have no original strategies. They have nothing to add. All they can do is either react to stuff or ride coattails and try to click up with people. Because on their own, they're just not interested. But I digress. So
she is here as a support system, as my soul sister.
Okay, so now that's your new best friend.
So
This is another thing I say about women all the time. People be getting mad at me talking about something, oh, you're stereotyping. But everything I say is the truth. Do I not tell you all the time women got new friends every 6 months? Didn't I just put out a damn video? Literally, where a woman got mad at me online for saying women got new friends every 6 months. Now, you just start talking to Priscilla. Now, Priscilla got a new girlfriend. Now, you and Yanni up here cheeked up like y'all besties or something. Y'all ain't no damn besties. But Yanni's here, so let's see what Chipmunk Cheeks has to say. Yanni, a.k.a. Chipmunk Cheeks, a.k.a. Alvin and the Chipmunk. Let's see what her messy ass got to say. Because she just want to be in the mess, too.
I thank you so much for everything.
Now, y'all know why I'm here. Y'all already know.
Btaylor out here couch surfing.
And my purpose is to not only help the Black women collective, but it's also to protect the Black women collective.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering you saying Btaylor is your best friend and you let her get her coochie took by Mickey Mouse, a.k.a. Princella, you're not doing a very good job of protecting Black women. Now, watch this. Yanni about to go into a whole damn bimbo babble rant about how she cares so much about Black women and her platform is for Black women, but it's just a bunch of nonsense too. But let's let her get it out of the way.
And y'all know how I am about protecting my girls, the women that I advocate for every day, every week. And I'm just here to do my part. And a scam is a scam. We just gonna call it what a scam is a scam.
Like both of y'all are scams. Both of y'all saw this movement of F men and men don't know how to love, men don't know how to do this, and men don't know how to do that. But y'all communities are toxic as all hell. Both of their communities are toxic as all hell. And everything they tell women, men do. Not only do we see Princella do the same damn thing to Btaylor and see Btaylor do the same thing to Princella, but I mean, we see the same things on Yanni's channel too. It's all cap.
What it is. But I've just been guided here to sit with her, and she's just going to speak her truth. I'm not going to add too much to it outside of Black women. It's you versus everybody. And I just hope that you understand what that means.
First of all, she don't even understand what that means. She's just talking. This is bimbo babble. Second of all, Black women, I keep telling y'all platforms like this are no good for you. Yanni's platform won't help you do anything but remain a bitter broad. It is not Black women versus everybody. No one's out to get Black women. No one's even worried about Black women. All right? The only one's worried about you is your family and whoever you sleeping with. All right? That's it. Ain't nobody else worried about y'all. Your cat, that's it. Nobody's worried about y'all. And the reason it seems like Black women versus everybody is because a lot of Black women are hurt. And instead of going to therapy and dealing with their hurt, They're lashing out and they're looking for support groups and women online. But hurt people hurt people. Yanni can't help nobody. She hurt too. Btaylor can't help nobody. She's hurt. She confused. She don't know if she's straight. She don't know if she's bisexual. She don't know if she's in the manosphere. She don't know if she's in whatever Yanni want to call her group. I don't know. Strong black women overcoming obstacles through hard work. Who knows what Chipmunk Cheeks is calling her group. My point is these women have no direction. They have no purpose. They don't know where they're going. Black women, it is not you versus everybody, and you're not under attack. All you have to do as a black woman is embrace your femininity and play your role and do your part. That's it. That's literally it. Don't become a modern woman. When I say modern women, look at these two women right here. These are modern women. They want to be feminine when it's convenient, but they still want the benefits of masculinity. But they don't want any of the responsibility of masculinity. Like they don't want to be anyone's provider or anyone's protector, but they want to run the household and they don't want to be submissive in the household, right? But they also want to be taken care of and get princess treatment, right? While also not being responsible for any kids or being responsible for just the daily house duties. Not even just paying for the house, just the daily house duty, the housework. They don't want to be responsible for that. So they want the benefits of being a woman and the benefits of being a man without the responsibility of either. And that's what makes you feel like everyone's attacking you, because people are trying to hold you accountable to doing something and you don't want to do nothing. And black women, you don't have to be like this. You can just avoid these two airheads and take your rightful place as queen. That's all you got to do. And everything will work out for you. But I digress. Let's continue.
You're going to have to be discerning against everybody. And I'm sorry that is the hand that you've been dealt.
You haven't been dealt that hand. That's the hand they've been dealt. They have to be disconcerting about everybody because they don't want to play their role. They don't want to play any role. They just want to do what they want to do. And you can't live life like that.
Black woman, but it's truly something that you need to start accepting. It's not about race. It's not about gender. It's not about lifestyle.
How are you going to say black women, and then say it's not about race, gender, or lifestyles? See what I'm saying? Bimbo babble. A bunch of stuff that will only sound smart to someone who's dumb.
It's truly about energy, vibrations, and aligning yourself with the right people. And the only way you can truly do that is by working on yourself and healing your wounds that you have, that you may still be carrying. So
then why are both of you together? Btaylor's hurt right now. She should be working on herself. Self-work requires you be by yourself. Why are you even here, Yanni? Y'all see what I'm talking about? She gonna go into all that fake spiritual talk. I told y'all, it's because Mercury's in retrograde. It's not your fault. You just have to align yourself spiritually with the right people. Well, what does that even mean? It's bimbo babble. There's no solution. There's no direction.
Find yourself with high vibrational people, and then that's going to get you closer to your higher self. But you can't do that if you're
what gets you closer to your higher self is working on yourself and spending time with yourself to learn to love yourself, not putting high vibrational people around you. Jesus Christ. They call it self-esteem because it's self-esteem. To unlock your high self, you have to do the spiritual work in yourself.
Led by people that don't really want to help you. They just want something from you. And you have to be careful with that. And it doesn't matter what race they are, what gender they are, what lifestyle they are. None of that matters. It doesn't matter. So I'm just here to support. I'm not going to be staying. I'm just here to support. I'm not going to be saying too much. But I just want y'all to know that that's why I'm here. And like I said, it's black women versus everybody. Yeah. And the sooner you come to that realization, the sooner you will start discerning better.
If you come to that realization, you could be out here bumping coochies looking for love, getting ran through looking for love, and a single mother looking for love just like them. Work on yourself. Learn to love yourself. And then take your rightful place as queen. When you do that, everything will work out. You will have a good friend group. You will have a good man. No one is attacking you. You are the energy you receive. So the fact that they sitting here as two black women telling you that everyone's out to get you, everything's attacking you, if you follow them, that's how you will end up.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Yeah. So Chipmunk Cheeks just came in there to say a bunch of nothing. She need to go twerk somewhere. Let's get back to the video.
And it's crazy because I actually met Princella through Yanni's platform when I was on Yanni's page. And
she met Princella through Yanni. What did I just say? If you follow these women, misery will follow you. You have to be this concerning and work on yourself so you can attract high vibrational people. But you met Princella through Yanni, and you got a problem with Princella, and quote unquote Princella plays you, and now you're sitting here talking to Yanni, who's the one that introduced you to Princella in the first place. High vibrations, right? Oh man, you gotta love it. Let's continue.
Hopped on. And I didn't get, when she was talking, it went the stuff she used to say in the beginning was wild. And so I wasn't really rocking with that, but I was like, okay,
We were open-minded.
We were open-minded to it, so I did decide to follow her on YouTube.
Yeah, you're open-minded to it because you ain't got no men around to guide you, and you refuse to work on yourself, and y'all don't know what the hell is going on. Y'all confused by everything. So y'all let this bird trick y'all into men not really knowing how to love, which would have never worked if y'all had fathers in your life or husbands in your life or even brothers in your life who loved you. Because, what the hell? How can you, most women who have dads are daddy's girls. So by default, the whole idea of someone coming up with a theory that men don't know how to love is insane. Especially when you consider most women have literal issues with their mother. But I digress. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, the blind can only lead you into a wall.
So when she got mixed up in the manosphere, this is me going through everything and how I met Princella and how it ended. When she got into the manosphere, of course, I'm in the manosphere space. And I left the manosphere space after, commenting on Yanni's live. And, then I somehow found myself back. It's kind of like Stockholm syndrome. You can't get enough of them little annoying guys. But, you like kind of like fighting with them, right?
Feminine women don't like fighting. It disrupts their spirit. This woman is lost. That's why she went back. She needs to be somewhere. So she went with Yanni. She went back to the manosphere. Then she went with Princella. Princella played her. Now she's back with Yanni. She's lost. I'm telling y'all, don't follow these chicks, but let's continue.
When I saw her in the space and I saw them running her off the platform, I said, you know what? I have a platform. Why don't she come on to my show where it's more women based? So I reached out to her. She said, yeah, I'll get back with you when I get out of town, when I get back from in town. I said, okay, cool. Whatever, right? It wasn't until, I was in a group chat with Daryl Long and other people, and they were talking about Princella and how she's been in this space, how she was on certain people's platform and getting into it with people and running off. And Aaron O's channel, she was on Aaron O's channel, and somebody came up there and ran her off and whatnot. And so I was like, well, we were talking about it, and they were talking. And so she did pop up on my timeline, and it was like a screenshot of her from her live, and she was looking kind of scary. And I'm going to talk about that because, that was something that made me feel guilty. Because I said in the group chat, we're all like laughing about certain things. And I was like, damn, look what popped up on my Snapchat, on my timeline. Like, it's Princella. She looks scary. And it was the screen grab of her in a peach or some type of fruit in front of her. And she about to devour it. So I was like, oh, I'm joking. I'm taking it way back, Robbie. Robbie was in the group chat. You know what I said? It was something lighthearted, but it was something lighthearted.
Oh boy, can we get to something that means something? Let's speed this thing up here. See where we at.
Men were treating me to spa days and
okay, all right, here we go. Now we're getting to something interesting.
To my channel, and it was on my birthday. I met her on my 32nd birthday, and we talked a little bit before the show started. I was telling her how I was being spoiled by men that I was dealing with for my birthday. It was really treating me out.
Y'all pay attention to this. She said she was being spoiled by men who she was dealing with for her birthday. As in she was dealing with multiple men. That's multiple energies playing around in her room, running around in her womb. That's multiple people trying to guide her. She has multiple men. She's trying to be cool with Yanni. She's trying to be cool with Princella. She's trying to be in the manosphere. This woman is lost. If she would work on herself and then pick one man and follow his leadership, she would not have these problems. I'm talking through her to you, ladies. Or if you're lesbian and you're watching this, that's fine. Work on yourself, find you a good woman, follow her lead. But all this, I'm dealing with multiple men, and then now I'm dealing with a woman, and now I'm dealing with this woman. Like, it's too much going on. The vagina is a portal. You can't take all that in at one time. That's why the woman's all over the place and confused and don't know what the hell is going on. Let's continue.
Taking care of me, you know, they wanted to make sure I was good. Like, I'm like, it's dudes that'll drop $1,000 on you for your birthday. It's guys that will do things for you for your birthday. So I felt like when I was telling her these things, she saw value in me, that men were actually pouring money into me, that men were treating me to spa days and getting my hair done and stuff like that. These are things I don't brag about, but I was just kind of telling her in a way like, you know, I know you feel like all men are bad, but these men were definitely treating me and treating me to certain things and certain lifestyles. Like I say that we should all be treated like princesses, you know. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. So when we did the live, I was wanting to bring her on as an interview because I wanted.
So she was starting off basically saying, hey, you're saying men are all this and all that, but you know, all you got to do is give them a little coochie and they'll buy you stuff for your birthday. And then Princella about to work that game on her. Let's continue.
What her end goal was. And this is serious, y'all. This is serious. This is very serious what her end goal is. So after the live ended, we were in the back chat. And, you know,
she said she wanted to talk to Princella, try to figure out what her end goal was. Princella's end goal is to get y'all to believe that men don't know how to love and they're evil so she can bump coochies with you. It's not rocket science. See, what y'all got to understand is a man, he can't even love you the right way because men are incapable of love. What you need to do is come with me, because if you come with me, we can bump coochies. And after we bump coochies, you know, everything will make more sense. You know, you'll understand. You'll be more in your femininity. You know, you'll know you don't need no man. What you need a man for if you can bump coochies with me? Very obvious. But I digress. Let's continue.
She was flirting with me the whole time. You know, and then even in the back chat, she asked me, do you like oysters? It's such a lesbian thing to say because it's like, okay, well, first of all, I already had oysters today, like at oysters. So it's just ironic that she wanted to go get oysters. But it was just the way she was like, yeah, let me, like, you know, we live in the same city. Let's go get oysters together. So during my birthday dinner that weekend, you know, I was like, okay, yeah, and I was unsure. I went to my birthday dinner. And I was asking my sister and friends, like, should I go on this thing? And everybody warned me not to get involved with this woman. And they were like, don't get involved. But for some reason, like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, I've been through a lot last year. A lot of people don't know what I went through last year. So some people knew, some people didn't know. But it was a lot that I went through last year. Like, I had moved to a new place. I left my child's father for reasons of my own, and I needed to go and heal. I lost a best friend. So I was actually by myself a lot. That's why I was online a lot.
And instead of going to heal, she went online, looked for support groups, dealt with multiple men. The woman literally just said she left her baby father last year. I also want to remind you guys, last year was the year where she went viral for saying she had a roster of men. So she was cheating on a baby father if that's the case, but I digress. You left your baby father, you go and get a roster of men instead of dealing with one man or dealing with no men while you get yourself together. You lost your best friend. You go online, jumping from dick to dick, looking for somewhere to belong, clout chasing, instead of taking the time to get yourself together. I told you guys, everything's going to come back to not taking the time to get yourself together. Let's continue.
I just went to work and I was being a mom. And I was online a lot. So she caught me in a very vulnerable place because it seemed like maybe this could be a new friend. And that's how I looked at it always, like a new friend.
I told you guys before. Every single time women do something goofy, they do something stupid, or they do something 304-ish, they're going to always say that they were in a low place, or they were caught at a vulnerable time, or they were in a low spot, or some variance of that. It never fails. That is what they will always say. Oh, she caught me in a low spot. I was really vulnerable at the time. It never fails. Let's continue.
I hate talking about last year because it gets me emotional because it was just a lot going on. It was a transition for me. But this is not to say that I'm a victim, because I'm a grown-ass woman at the end of the day. And I can take accountability for that in the part that I played, because I could have been a little bit smarter. I could have been wiser. And I take accountability in that, you know. I don't make the best decisions. I'm human, but I will learn from them. Let me...
Take your time. You got this.
Yeah, because last year was sensitive. So sorry, I'm getting choked up on that.